Hey guys, what's up? I am back with another video. So in this video, we will be comparing the Tecno Camon 20 Pro against the Tecno Camon 20, and the Camon 20 is powered by MediaTek Helio G85 SoC with 8GB of RAM, while the newer Tecno Camon 20 Pro is powered by MediaTek Helio G99 processor with 8GB of RAM. So on the back we have a dual cameras on both phones, and both phones has exactly the same camera setup. We have 64 megapixel main, then we have 2 megapixel depth sensor, and the back of the Camon 20 is made up of plastic, while on the Camon 20 Pro, especially in this blue color, we have a vegan leather finish on the back, which feels really premium over the plastic back that we have with the Camon 20. Also on the bottom we have our headphone jack, and both phones also has a stereo speakers, and both phones also has the in-display fingerprint scanner. So I am very excited to see that how is the MediaTek Helio G99 SoC is gonna perform against the MediaTek Helio G85 inside the Camon 20. And only difference between these two devices is the processor as well as the screen refresh rate, which I will be talking about in the later part of this video. So without any wasting time, now let's quickly boot both of these phones up at the same time. So the Camon 20 Pro, it is on the left hand side, and the Camon 20 it is on the right hand side. Both phones looks very similar. Also we have Android 13 with iOS version 13. So the Camon 20 Pro is faster, as you can see, which is expected. So the Camon 20 Pro is done when it comes to booting up, and the Camon 20 now it is also done. So you can see we have 2 or 3 second difference between these devices when it comes to booting up. And guys, on both phones has a 6.67 inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display. We have 60 Hz refresh rate on the Camon 20 versus a 120 Hz on the Camon 20 Pro. Also we have a center punch hole on the top, which looks very similar, and the bottom chain it is actually exactly the same on both phones, no difference. But I would say AMOLED display on the Camon 20 Pro is produce much better colors as compared to the Camon 20 AMOLED display. So now let's see apps opening speed. So everything's closed up in the background, no application is running in the background. Also we have same Wi-Fi network on both phones, and the first application we have is the phone dialer, some basic application, and that is very similar. Next on the list is the settings, slightly faster on the Camon 20 Pro. So now let's go to the display. So you can see we have 120 Hz refresh rate on the Camon 20 Pro versus a 60 Hz on the Camon 20, and you can also switch between from 120 to 90 Hz all the way up to 60 Hz in order to save your battery life. So now check out some more application. Now let's see Amazon shopping, some third-party stuff that is very similar. Scrolling feels much more smoother on the Camon 20 Pro, which is expected. We have huge difference between 60 Hz and 120 Hz, and that's the only difference. So now let's open this, and that is very similar. So now check out some games application, and this way we should see a more difference, I would say, between the MediaTek Helio G99 versus the MediaTek Helio G85. So now let's see Candy Crush Saga. So the Camon 20 Pro it is slightly faster, as you can see. Instagram slightly faster on the Camon 20 Pro. And now let's see Pinout. Again slightly faster on the Camon 20 Pro. So the Camon 20 Pro is showing its performance. And now let's see Snapchat, same result. Spotify slightly faster again. Subway Surfer. So the Camon 20 Pro is showing its performance, I would say, in every single application. So Subway Surfer we have 2 or 3 second difference. So let me show the speakers on both phones. Both phones has stereo speakers, and here is the Camon 20 Pro first. And here is a Camon 20. And I would say in the speakers it is exactly the same on both phones. I don't see a single difference between these two devices, which is a really disappointing. And now let's see Temper and 2. MediaTek Helio G99 makes a difference in day-to-day applications, mostly in games. So the Camon 20 Pro is done. The Camon 20 it is also done as well. Again we have 2 or 3 second difference. So now let's open this big game which is called as PUBG Mobile. So the Camon 20 Pro is done, as you can see, while the Camon 20 is way behind. So in the PUBG we have huge difference. We at least have 4 or 5 second difference, maybe more. And now let's open X, and that is slightly faster on the Camon 20 Pro. And now let's open Z, and that is slightly faster on the Camon 20 Pro. And now let's see the scrolling. It feels smoother on the Camon 20 Pro because of the 120 Hz refresh rate. So last I'm launching the cameras on both phones, default camera application. Let's see which one will faster. So the camera it is open up faster on the Camon 20 Pro. As far as the camera performance are concerned, we have same sensor on both phones, but with the Camon 20 Pro we have different ISP, which means that the camera it is slightly better on the Camon 20 Pro. So now let's look at the front-facing camera. So both phones has a 32 megapixel, and the selfie camera I like more better on the Camon 20. Let me show you that, as you can see. Okay guys, now let's see internet browsing speed. So I am using Chrome on both phones. Also we have same Wi-Fi network. So now let's see gsmarina.com with same Wi-Fi network. So the Camon 20 it is slightly faster. And now let's see the scrolling, and that feels really smooth on both phones. But again, extra smoothness you will find always on the Camon 20 Pro. So now let's open this. Camon 20 Pro it is slightly faster. So next on the list is the Samsung.com, and that one it is slightly faster on the Camon 20 Pro if I'm not wrong. Again, you guys are the judge of the speed test. Scrolling feels again more smoother on the Camon 20 Pro. I can easily see the difference between 60 Hz and 120 Hz. So now let's see RAM measurement on both phones, and both phones has 8 GB of RAM. Let's see how both phones is gonna perform. Phone dialer, that is seems like refresh. Settings still there. Amazon shopping, refresh on the Camon 20. Candy Crush Saga, refresh on the Camon 20. Instagram, refresh. So RAM measurement is really bad on the Camon 20. Pinout, still refresh on the Camon 20. Snapchat, same result. Spotify, Subway Surfer, still there, I mean refresh. Temperanto, and that is still there in the memory. PUBG, still there on both phones. X, now let's open Z, and last we back to the internet browser where we left, as you can see. So guys, what I have to say regarding the apps opening speed, as you can see that, and the Camon 20 Pro overall is perform faster in every single application than the Camon 20, mostly in games. In games we even see a 4 or 5 second difference between these devices. So in terms of the RAM device in that area, and the Camon 20 Pro is perform excellent in the RAM measurement, and both phones has a 5000 mAh battery size. We have 33 watt fast charging. MediaTek Helio G85 it is based on 12nm architecture, while the Helio G99 it is based on 6nm architecture. So the battery life, I mean, it is improved on the Camon 20 Pro because of the more efficient chipset. So thank you so much for watching this speed test comparison between the Tecno Camon 20 Pro versus the Tecno Camon 20. So do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel for daily tech videos like this, and follow me on Instagram as well as on X, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.